Right now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We've got things to talk about on the Nightly Sports Call.
All right, Kim Gable, thanks very much. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a Saturday night special. It is the Nightly Sports Call. We take your calls here on the Bordas and Bordas hotline, which is 412-575-2600. You can tweet me tonight at KDPomp, P-O-M-P. And we'll begin with the Penguins, who had a resounding rebound from what they did in Chicago, 10-1. They got obliterated. They were embarrassed. It was, quote, disturbing. And then yesterday, head coach Mike Sullivan got into those guys, canceled the practice, went into a video-only review of that game, and I'd be interested to see what actually was said in that, because, you know, Mike Sullivan has that command. He has a presence, and his message was delivered as the Penguins came out and played the Stanley Cup opponents from last year and played like a Stanley Cup champ tonight as they beat them 4-0, a shutout for Matt Murray. And then in just one game, Ryan Reeves has become icon material in the city of Pittsburgh, not unlike Darius Kasparaitis and many people, Gary Roberts before him. He got into a fight, actually two of them. He also scored his first goal as a Penguin on a deflection from Olli Mata. And the Penguins looked very good tonight, physical. Not to the point where they were out targeting people, but they were just physical, finishing their checks. Their hits were up quite a bit. In Chicago the other night, they didn't hit anybody, and they paid the price for that. By the way, Chicago is playing tonight and leading Columbus 4-1, so Blackhawks off to a pretty fast start. No one's off to a faster start than Alex Ovechkin, however. And, you know, we talk a lot about potential, you know, challengers to the Penguins in the Eastern Conference. And this year I've heard a lot of names like Columbus, like Tampa, fine. But Washington is one of those teams that maybe it's a year for them that they're not looked at as a favorite. You know, they won the President's Trophy 2 years in a row, and maybe that was too much for them because they did not follow up with any kind of playoff success, and the Penguins ousted them twice. But maybe they'll thrive in this role. Alex Ovechkin had a hat trick in the opener. He had 4 more goals tonight against Montreal. He has 7 now in 2 games. And I know what you're saying, it's regular season, but who knows? Maybe they will put it together with Braden Holtby in goal because he is a pretty solid goaltender. But again, they got to get through the Penguins, and that should be, once again, if they play in the playoffs, a wonderful matchup, best of 7. All right, so the bad news of the day, the Panthers lost at Syracuse. 27-24. They lost a lot, not just the game, but Max Brown, their transfer quarterback from USC, he left the place with a sling on his arm today. He got sacked and hit hard. Flanagan missed a tackle. Robinson planted him for Syracuse, and Brown left the game, did not return. Ben DiNucci came in, and his helmet kept coming off, which was a problem because in college they changed the rule a few years ago. I forget exactly what year it was. Well, it's a safety issue. If your helmet comes off, then you must exit the game. Well, the first time it happened, they had a timeout, and that allowed him to re-enter the game. But the second time, when Pitt was absolutely down to their last play, his helmet comes off after he took a sack, which he did not need to take. And what happens? They have to use Kenny Pinkert, who is a redshirt candidate at quarterback, pretty promising young QB, and they blow his red shirt on one play from their own 15-yard line, and they needed how many yards just to get in the field goal range, but he throws a pass completion, clock ends up winding down, and game ends. And so now they lost their quarterback, Max Brown. DiNucci gets in. They lost their red shirt guy, at least his red shirt season. And who knows, he may have to play a lot more because it looks like Max Brown could be out for several weeks here based on the outcome of that injury. And it doesn't get any easier. No, Pitt has had 9 years in a row of getting to a bowl, which is 6 wins. And this year could be in jeopardy. They're now 2-4. They're 0-2 in the ACC. They have a good team coming in here next week at NC State. They've already pulled off some big wins for themselves. It's Pitt's homecoming at Heinz Field. After that, it's at Duke, it's Virginia, it's North Carolina, at Virginia Tech and Miami. There are 3 ranked teams in those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games left. So for them to get 4 more wins may be a stretch the way they're playing right now, and especially if Max Brown is out and they're limited in what they can do in the quarterback play. So we'll talk about that. Penn State keeps on rolling along, and boy, they have an interesting couple of games coming up. because Penn State won today 31-7 over Northwestern, but now they have a week off before Michigan comes to State College, and then right after that they go to Columbus in the Horseshoe to take on Ohio State. So it'll be a very interesting 2-week span there for Penn State in their hopes of getting to a playoff. Locally, Duquesne and Jerry Schmidt, their head coach, win today against Wagner 38-0. Robert Morris loses to East Tennessee State 16-3. We have a lot to talk about with the Steelers and the Jaguars. There is a new name on the Steeler injury list. and it's one that you hope he can play, but right now he's listed as questionable. We'll tell you who that is, and we'll take your calls. It's 412-575-2600. Call me right now up until 11 o'clock. I'll take your calls right here live on the Nightly Sports Call. It's Pittsburgh CW.